Well, hello, Scorpio. So this reading is for Scorpios. Yeah, sun, moon, rising, and just cause. And then my name is Karen. I'm with Veronica's Coaching and Tarot. Veronica's Dreams is my business name, so um, Veronica isn't somebody else. Well, sometimes she is. Um, anyway, I am using the Somnia Tarot today and for this reading for Scorpio, and I am doing what I call the journey spread. Basically, it's a spread from the Barbara Moore Book of Tarot Spreads. What you were leaving behind, why, what you don't see, what is guiding you, the challenge, and the next destiny, or I call it your next stop, basically, along this journey. This is for the month, so this is not long term unless something really feels like it's way out. I'll let you know. There we go. Just finishing up. I'm getting a 2 more times, so that's 1 and that's 2. And I'm being asked to cut them. I'm not always into cutting them, but well, can put that on the bottom. Okay, so the 3 cards, what we're leaving behind. King of Swords, Queen of Wands, and the Moon. Why? The Fool. I love it. A Fool's my favorite card. Well, it's one of my favorite. In a reading, I really like to get the Fool. What you don't see. Queen of Swords. Wow. Okay. What's guiding you? The Star. What is a better guide than that, Scorpio? Oh my gosh. That's awesome. Because whatever this journey is, it's very important, and it's probably pretty spiritual, or if it's not spiritual, it's very very much a part of you. And what is the challenge? 8 of Cups. And then the first stop, or the destiny. 9 of Wands. Okay, so bottom of the deck, this is the wheel. And, you know, this is time burning, right? Time moves. Our life moves. It's cyclical. Doesn't stop. Never stops. Time burning away. Not in a bad sense. It's just, you know, your past is burnt. I mean, we're moving. And whatever this is that's what it is. It's about forward movement. It's about, well, I mean, when you have the why right there is the Fool. He is tied to that bed, but you don't care. He's going and he's doing it. You know, I like that attitude. I just got to do this. So because there's something weird here to me, and it will resonate with some of you and it may not. So what I see and understand, this is some kind of relationship. However, what you're leaving behind with it is okay, so if we were to talk about this as a couple, it doesn't mean it's male, female, could be anything. It could be 2 females, 2 males, male, female. But what I'm seeing here is 2 personality types. That's where we're going. We have a Queen of Wands and a King of Swords. 2 pretty different personalities. They can enhance each other, but they can also really rub each other raw. So, because air does feed the fire, but it's different. Those are 2 different energies. So I feel like, and with the moon in this deck specifically, to me, the moon in this deck says seeing the light, you know, like coming up and seeing what's really happening. To me, the moon in general, all tarot cards, basically, I'm seeing it as, you know, we don't always see the truth. This isn't, the moon says things aren't always as they seem. And because the moon casts weird shadows, so you could see something that looks wonky with the moon, but it's not. And when this card comes along, it is the moon, but he's climbing out, like he's climbing up and out. So to me, that says this is about seeing the light, like coming out of that moon feeling of things aren't always what they seem. Oh no, I see the light. Kind of like an aha moment, but not really. Aha, it's more, taking the time and doing the work. But okay, so this to me feels like a relationship of some sort. I'm not saying that you're leaving the relationship, because just a sec. We'll get there. But I feel like what it is seeing the difference. So you have this wand energy and this sword energy. Now this could be any type of relationship, whether it's love relationship, friendship, work relationship, even you versus a job. Okay. I mean, it can be any type of thing like that. What I see is you've got these two energies and you're noticing that and you're leaving that behind. So what are you leaving behind? Why are you leaving this behind? Well, why? Because you want to explore, you want to move forward, you want to be on a new adventure. Yeah, I mean, who can ask for anything better, right? You really want to go for something. What? Well, we've got the star guiding us too. But I feel like what you don't see is the Queen of Swords, which to me kind of replaces this Queen of Wands. And now we got two like people going on here. So what you don't see is that things could balance out with that situation. It's what I see. Like, and I think you'll see that. Like, you don't see it now because it's in the what you don't know. But what you don't know is there is a true attachment here. Because when you have the like, I'm sorry, when you have the like suits in a queen and a king, that's what do you call it, a destiny couple. But more than that, like, it's more than that. It's having like, I don't know, let's keep going. But that's what I feel like you don't see is that, yes, it's different, but you seeing the light and moving forward, that you're being more like the king than maybe you thought, like, or vice versa. I mean, you're being more in your head than you think you are. And I think too, I mean, I feel like the wand is the energy of the Fool moving forward, moving out, the Queen of Wands. But I just feel like that. I feel like you're leaving something, but what you don't see is that there could be a really good union here. And have two like minds, or we have two different minds, which you do need to leave behind. You have this aha moment and you say, I'm gonna go on this new journey. Well, what's cool is that you don't know is that you will have more of a like relationship. What's guiding you is the Star card. And the Star card is all about having faith and hope and, really recognizing your dreams, but they come to life because the star is even more than that. It's like, seeing the light. It's following the North Star. You are being guided. Like, this is what's guiding you. You're being guided. Like, you're being guided by, your higher self, your angels, your spirits, all the spirit guides, whatever you believe is what's guiding you. And it's more of a spiritual guide than you making that choice. The challenge is leaving this behind. So this is the Eight of Cups. To me, the challenge is facing the truth. Sorry. In this deck, I feel like that because he's got his back turned to the cups. It's not like he's walking away. Like you would see a normal Eight of Cups, the person walking away from the cups. He's just got his back turned and he's doing something. He looks like he's fishing. Like, I'm just not going to pay attention to this over here. I don't want him. I'm not going to pay attention to it. It's kind of that's how I feel about this one. He just turns his back on it. And it's okay, right? If you want to move forward, do something different. But the challenge is, do you turn around and face it and say, this is what I'm going to do? Or do you just move forward without facing the past or facing what you're leaving? But I do feel like this is a relationship over here. It doesn't speak relationship as far as love. There's no cups over here. There's, the Ten of Cups isn't here. You don't have an Ace of Cups. You don't have any of the cups as far as court cards. But I feel like because of this, where this Queen lies, it is some kind of relationship. Not necessarily love, but a relationship. I do feel like your destiny is the Nine of Wands, and the Nine of Wands speaks to us of you're almost there, so your first stop, I'm going to call it your first stop, you haven't completed this journey yet, because the 9 is almost there. It's a reminder to keep going, and you will keep going, and you're going to keep plugging forward. But I'm going to pull, I don't clarify often, but I am going to clarify a couple cards here before we move on. Because I want to be sure. I'm going to use the Light Seer Tarot to clarify. What I want to do is I want to clarify the Fool and the Queen of Swords, just to make sure I have this right. And maybe I'm going to actually clarify. I'm going to clarify the whole group. So I'm going to pull 3 cards to clarify the King, the Queen, and the Moon, and see the extension of that. And then I'm going to pull 3 cards to clarify the Fool, and then 3 cards to clarify the Queen of Swords. So what are we leaving? Please clarify with 3 cards. 7 of Wands, Knight of Wands, Strength. So yeah, this is something that you have felt like you've had to, you have really had to stand up for yourself. 7 of Wands is really, standing up for what you believe in. And I believe that you want to be that Queen of Wands, because here's the Knight of Wands. I love this card in this deck. You want to have that energy, and what, to me, this almost clarifies the Moon card, because this is what you want, and you've been having to be really strong, and I feel like you're kind of, you need to move away from that. You can't, you're moving away from having enough to do with this, trying to come together with this person, with these 2 personalities, or this thing. It could be job, work, whatever. You've gotten some clarity, because you know that you've had to stand up for yourself, and you want freedom. You want to be able to dance to the music, that kind of thing. And the Strength card, that this, you've had to be so strong to get through the situation with this 2 polar opposite things going on. Now let's clarify the Fool. What's the journey? What's this Fool's journey? What's on the why? This is why. Can you tell us, please? 3 cards. I will pull random 3 cards. Clarify the Fool. Okay. So you have 6 of Cups, 3 of Swords, and the Page of Swords. I feel like this is something from the past. You've been reminded of the past. You've been reminded of something that's really broken your heart, and it hurts, and you need to get away from it. So you're tired of it. But I feel like too that this is the light bulb went on. Right? Aha! This is a discovery. So I feel like you've discovered something. It could be that this, okay, we're going to clarify that. It could be that this is like a third party situation, or if it's work or something like that, that maybe someone's coming along that you don't want to work with, or something to that effect. But I feel like you have to move forward, because this is reminding you of something from the past that really hurt. And you have learned something that's really made you feel like you need to do this. And I feel like this kind of goes along with this too. Because to me, the moon in this deck is kind of seeing the light. And this is, you know, that light bulb went on. It's a little different because this is more about learning. This is more about discovery, which is the same thing to a certain degree, but a little different feeling. So then we're going to clarify this Queen of Swords as what you don't know. What is all this really about? What's going on here? I'm going to pull 3 cards, please, for what our Scorpios do not know or don't see. Look what's at the bottom of the deck. Queen of Swords is at the bottom of the deck, clarifying the Queen of Swords. I got Lovers, King of Wands, and Death. So what you don't see, but I think you know, and I think this told you that there is something going on here. You've got the King of Wands. So you've got the Queen of Swords clarifying the King of Wands, which is the Queen of Wands. No, what you don't see, I'm sorry, no, what you don't see, you've got a King of Wands, and this is the Queen of Swords. I feel like what you don't see is this relationship is going to transform into something that is more unified and more alike. So, and I think that that's what is going on here is like, you're not facing that yet. But you're almost there and you will. So this is the challenge, right? Do you walk away or do you stay? But what you don't see is, and I was going to say it was a third party. I don't think so. I think what you don't see is that things are going to change. Like things are going to change in the relationship. There is a transformation with this love relationship. And I do feel like it has to do with it being opposite personalities. So whoever this is to you, you guys, you know, are looking at things differently right now. But what you don't see is things are going to kind of come back into line. And so whether this is a love relationship or just a very important work relationship or a friendship or something like that, you feel like you need to move forward and to leave this behind because you feel guided spiritually to do so, but you're struggling with doing it. Now you're almost there, but keep in mind, this is what you don't see. So should you? I'm just going to leave that kind of open because, you know, free will and all of that. But I feel like what you don't see is that it could be coming together, that there could be some kind of nice reconciliation, or not reconciliation. I don't feel like this is a fight. I just feel like there's some differences here. And it's not like these differences that make you argue type thing. I think it's differences like, I like to ski, you like to sit in a hot tub, or if it's work, like there could be that, you know, you're not on the same page as far as a project, or, you know, it's a team that maybe you feel like someone on the team is a little off kilter. I feel like these things are going to come together. Anyway, that's how I feel. So there you have it, Scorpio. This is for March 2023. In the description box below, I do have a link to my website. I do personal readings. I have different options to choose from. And if you don't see one you like, there's also a link to email me any questions, or maybe if you want something different, what you could order to get that. So there you have it, Scorpio. This is interesting. Please let me know if this resonates too. Comments, likes, all of the things. I appreciate them. So take care and have a beautiful day.